Yo, what's up, man? This is not the usual spot, as you can see, but it's got to do because it's pretty windy. But I had to find a spot, man. I had to make this video. So, there's a key that is missing in your life, that as soon as you activate this key, it will literally make your life exponentially better. Your life is just gonna keep going like this. And guess what? It's all in your control. So what I'm gonna say today, what I'm gonna be talking about, is self-awareness. If you are not self-aware, you're just a bot, bro. And the more self-aware that you actually are, the more control you have in your life, the better your life is. Overall, that is generally how successful you are, of how self-aware you are. So for example, let's talk about eating. If you're not self-aware of how you eat, you're gonna get fat or you're gonna be anorexic. If you're not self-aware of what you put into your body, whether that's alcohol, if you're not self-aware of controlling how much you drink, if you're not self-aware of controlling how much you smoke, or even if you do smoke, even if you do drink, if you're not self-aware of this, then once again, it's just gonna keep downgrading you. But if you are self-aware, and if you know that it's okay to have a drink there and then, and if you know it's not okay to smoke, because you're self-aware, you know it's bad. But with drinking, I get it. It's a lot of fun there and then, yes. But if you're not self-aware to the point where you're drinking every single weekend and you think it's okay, you're not self-aware. That's it, you're not self-aware. Another reasons for, or things that you need to be self-aware of that a lot of people are not, is about their thoughts. How self-aware are you of your thoughts? What do you think every day? What do you actually think about? Because if you think about negative stuff, if you put yourself in a negative mindset, then your energy and your vibration is going to be negative and not affect your reality. So if you are not self-aware of your thoughts, you're going to be affected by them. Someone just walked past. But another thing about, self-awareness and about your thoughts. If you're self-aware about your thoughts, you have good thoughts, you're going to have good stuff come to you. Another thing, if self-awareness about how you react to stuff, about how you're lazy, about how you get angry. When someone speaks to you, how do you react to that? When you get angry, how do you react? Do you actually react with anger, or are you self-aware and realize anger is a shit emotion? Of course, there's different ways to use anger, but I mean anger in a bad way, where you're not self-aware, you're not in control of your mindset, and bad shit comes because you're angry. You're angry at your boss, you're angry at your mom, you're angry at your girlfriend or whatever, and you're not self-aware of this. See, that's another thing of self-awareness. And when you're self-aware of your thoughts, of how you react to things, then you can be more stoic. You can show that you can control your emotions because you're aware of them. A lot of people go through this life not even aware of their emotions, not even aware of what they think, of how they act. Another thing about self-awareness, or about, the whole control of the mind thing, is, I'll give you an example right now. I was standing in a queue, and someone in front of me was some old man, and then someone at the till was buying the stuff and was taking quite long. Couldn't find his card or something. And then the guy in front of me just legs shaking, and you're not self-aware. You're a bot. Once again, you're getting angry over something you can't even control, over external stuff that you can't even control, but it affects you mentally. You're not self-aware and you're not in control. you're a bot. Another thing that you need to be self-aware of is how you move. It's how you talk. I already said the talking thing, but it's how you move. How do you walk when you're in public? Do you walk slouched over? Do you walk slouched over with, I don't know, mouth breathing? Or are you self-aware that mouth breathing is not good and you need to breathe through your nose and mew? Are you self-aware that when you're walking in public, you need to walk like you're a man of action, you're a man of discipline? Head up, shoulders back, chest up. Are you that aware? Because awareness will get you really far in life. And how you start becoming more self-aware of yourself, is by analyzing. Do you even analyze yourself? Again, probably not, because most of you are bots. You guys you're not self-aware, you don't analyze anything, and you just go through life like it's nothing. But once you start analyzing your life, start being more self-aware. Self-awareness is the key, bro. Being more self-aware. Like, I hate using, again, here we go, another thing of being self-aware. I hate using the word like, because what is like? What the fuck do you mean like? Also, I hate because then you just sound like a rookie. You sound, unprofessional. You sound like you don't know what you're talking about. That's another thing about self-awareness. Right there, I caught myself right there. I said like, and my brain already was self-aware and knew that I do not want to speak in that type of tone, in that type of kid language, I could say. Unprofessional language. Be more self-aware. Whenever you're speaking to someone and you're thinking, don't go, all you gotta do is pause and think. Start being more self-aware. Start being more self-aware of how your body reacts to certain type of foods. Like, for example, I've got a bad spot right there, broke out. Probably because I was eating peanut butter with a shake. And I think that's what made me break out. But yeah, that's another thing. It's just being more self-aware of literally anything. Because once you're self-aware, that's when you really start going up. That's when you can really start looking at stuff and, being self-aware. So much of you guys are not self-aware. It sounds like I'm repeating myself, but I really just want to get my point straight across. And people realize that. People see it when you're actually self-aware. When you're actually self-aware of your body. When you're actually self-aware of even how you drink water. Look. Example. You can drink water like a bot. You can look, you can do this. Bot. Or you can drink water like this. It's something simple like that. And bro, let's talk about the girls' attraction as well. The more self-aware you are, they see it as well. They see right through you. You ever seen those people in public, like legs are twitching, they keep, picking their nose, doing this? That's self-awareness. When you don't do that, you're self-aware. I was speaking to my friend the other day in a restaurant, and he started speaking something about himself. And I'm looking at him in his eyes. And with me, I'm always self-aware, I'm always observant. Even if I'm looking at you, I know what's going on around me. Because I'm not a bot. I'm self-aware. And I just feel like this. His leg starts tapping. I'm like, why is your leg tapping, bro? Why are you nervous? And he's like, what the fuck? I didn't even realize that. I'm like, yeah, bro. Because I'm self-aware. I observe. So start being more self-aware in any, public setting, and anywhere in your life, your thoughts, how you think, how you react to stuff, how you go about your day. And the best way to start being more self-aware is really sit down with yourself and really start self-analyzing your wins, your losses. Really start analyzing how you act, how you react to stuff. Start being more aware. Start being more aware of your actions and your thoughts, and the way you talk, the way you move, how you are around people, how you hold your eye contact. All of this is control and self-awareness. So start being more self-aware. Really sit down with yourself. See, right there, I started thinking my leg because I was thinking, and I stopped because I'm self-aware, because I don't want to do that. See, it's something like that. And I hope you guys heard everything clearly, nicely, because the wind. So I had to find a little spot, but I kind of like this little spot, But I had to find a little spot. And yeah, see, I done it again. Start becoming more self-aware, bro, and you'll see how your life will change instantly. And you will start to see things that you never done. You're gonna start to see things that you can improve on. You can start to see things that you can do better, how you can do better. All starts with self-awareness, man. Self-awareness is that number one key factor to improving your life. And you can change it instantly. I hope you enjoyed it, bro. Like and subscribe.